Hey, vinyl community, Jeff back again. It is nice and dark and overcast out there, so I'm hoping that the lighting in here is working okay for this one. Usually the sun's out when I do videos, but no, it's all dark. Anyway, hey, got a quick video to make to show some albums that were gifted to me. So a friend of mine, former co-worker that from a couple years ago, that real good friend of mine, and actually I don't know if I mentioned it, maybe I did a couple years back. I did her wedding for her, married her and her current husband, and I mean, she's younger, and found out that she had a small record collection too, and kind of inspired from her parents who also used to collect records. It's kind of neat. I'm like, it's nice to see the younger people buying records. And so anyway, we've been friends for a couple years, and I guess they're getting ready to move or something, and she was just kind of trimming down her collection. She's like, I just want to unload some of these, and she asked me if I wanted any of them. And I thought, at first I thought, she's probably got some stuff in there that's probably not really in my wheelhouse. She's younger. I know she likes a little country stuff, but I also know she likes pop and stuff, and along that lines. And it turns out some of these were actually from her parents' collection. So that I'm like, oh, okay. So she showed them to me, and I'm like, surprised. I'm like, pretty much everyone she showed me I wanted. I thought, I don't have any of those. There was only one that I had. She had a Sammy Hagar album. Sammy Hagar, one of his earlier stuff, which I guess belonged to her parents. But that was I'm like, wow, because that's a little more obscure. But all the rest of them, I'm like, these are things that could easily fill holes in my collection. So I said, yeah, I'll take some of these, anticipating that I would, purchase them from her. So I was selective, and I said, yeah, I'll take this, and this. And then she brought them over last night, and she said, you can just have them. I'm like, well, in that case, I should have taken this, and this. Now, there was a couple other ones that would have been nice. I've had a couple, just some things that would have been nice to have just to help her get rid of them. But I got all the good stuff. I think I got all the really good stuff. So, yeah, let's jump into these. In the Shrink with hype sticker, though it is open, Slippery When Wet by BonJovi. The secondary, the regular commercial album, not the earlier one that was removed. But yeah, so we got some BonJovi. I believe this is probably I think I have one or two other BonJovi albums. So yeah, this is like the trifecta of BonJovi. Those first few albums, in my opinion, are the ones that were really the better ones of the batch that I really was looking forward to having. This is one of them. So got that. This was a nice one. It's got a thing on. Houses of the Holy by LedZeppelin. I assume this is more of the original presses. I haven't cataloged any of these yet, to see versions and stuff. But I think this was one that was that belonged to her parents. Now her parents are probably, I want to say, maybe 10 years my senior. So they would have been collecting around the same time as me, but maybe a little earlier. So there we go. That is my second Led Zeppelin. I know I've got a long way to go. I've been a lot of the stuff on my wish list, but anyway, just finally got one. TedNugent, straight up. First, just some early TedNugent here. I have a few TedNugent albums, and so this will add to that collection. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Greatest Hits by AliceCooper, and my AliceCooper collection is growing. I do have a long way to go when it comes to the earlier 70s stuff, but this will fill a little hole there to, add in some extra from that time frame. And then we got Double Vision by Foreigner. Obviously a classic. This is one of the early ones with all the classic songs. Back when I listened to Foreigner as a youngster, I think I ended up discovering them or buying them right around the area but that was the big popular one. I don't know if I've ever owned this on vinyl. I do have all their stuff on the CD, but I don't think I've ever had any of the stuff like this on vinyl. This one was a little after my time, so I never really got into the inside information. I'm not sure. I mean, I love all Foreigner, but I don't think I even have this one on a CD, so I'm not sure what the hit songs are. But, this would have been probably a little later. It is a gatefold. So, all right. I think there was, yeah, there's one more here. Agent Provocateur, another Foreigner. I said, yeah, I'll take all the Foreigner because honestly, on vinyl, since getting back into vinyl, I don't think I have any Foreigner yet. So, but again, like I said, I have them all on CD. So it's just one of those things where you're looking to run into them in the wild and haven't done so. Somebody paid 99 cents for that. Oh, for the days when records were that again. Rebel Yell by BillyIdol. I'm like, yeah, sure. There's a couple by him that I want, and this is definitely one of them. Most popular. Makes sense. People have this. One of his probably most popular albums. So, yeah, take a little BillyIdol. Everybody's gonna have some Boston, right? Never. I think I do have this on CD. I'm sure. Obviously, this is the album that everybody has, and so now I have one on vinyl finally for my own. So there you go. A little Boston. Captured. I love this album. I remember listening to this album back in grade school. Checked it out of the library at school. So, what is this? A poster? Look at that. It's got the poster in it. So, if you can see that. So yeah, this album, you know, is near and dear. I don't think I've ever owned it. Probably have it on CD. Don't think I've ever owned it on vinyl back in the day, but I remember, like I said, our library had records you could check out, and I remember checking out this. It's funny, there's a couple albums that stand out that I used to look in the records all the time at school. It was pre-high school. But I remember Journey, I remember the first Tom Petty album, I remember Supertramp's Breakfast in America. I remember those albums as being always there and being checked out. Funny. Anyway, Frontiers by Journey. Building up the Journey collection here. Escape's the only one I've got at present. And so, yeah, this is right in that, need that time frame. Got some of that. And then this was nice. So, Footloose. It's funny because I recently saw Kenny Loggins in concert, like in, what, June? July? End of June? So this was kind of neat timing. And then, of course, there is a Sammy Hagar song on here, The Girl Gets Around, which is nice to have that on vinyl. That was a soundtrack song. It was on his Essential Red album that came out best of the CD a while back. But now I've got a vinyl version of that Sammy Hagar song. And the whole soundtrack just oozes 80s. So, you know, this is definitely in my time frame of great stuff. And I thought, yeah, I need to take that. Nothing Matters and What If It Did. I actually had this album back when it came out as a youngster. I got into JohnCougar. Well, everybody got into JohnCougar when American Fool came out. When American Fool came out, I went back and bought this. I bought the previous one, the one just called JohnCougar. And so, but this one was like one of my second favorites because it's got some killer songs on here. And actually, I pulled this up online the other day to listen to something because I think it was one of those contests for the longest titles. Nothing Matters and What If It Did. This is the first title that came to my mind, and then I realized I don't have this in any format other than probably CD, which I don't think I drug the CDs out. So, yeah, that's a nice addition. And then this is a classic. This was only the second Johnny Cash I've got, but, you know, it's like everybody has to have this, right? I'm a nominal fan. I enjoy and appreciate the stuff he's done, and I have the best of Johnny Cash, which I believe I won in a contest here on the VC. And so I thought, yeah, I need to pick this up because it is a classic. So there you go. That was it. Great stuff. It's always nice to, be gifted. I didn't expect these to just be handed to me, so I'm appreciative of that, filling some little spots in my collection. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.